Hello, I think I'm live for another Royal Reviewer surprise pop-up chat. Yes, I've just popped up. It is Sunday evening and there are a few things that I wanted to talk to you about. I'm sure you can tell from the title of this video that the two things I want to talk about today are Meghan's wedding secret revealed, her hidden wedding secret. I'm sure some of you may have already heard this story, but it is a true story, so I want to go through it anyway. And also, we will take a look at who is currently at Balmoral with the Queen, because of course the Queen is still on her annual summer Balmoral Scottish break, and she's not expected to return until early October, so it's not long until she's kind of due back, but perhaps we're thinking maybe the second week of October, that kind of time. But first of all, let's start with Meghan's hidden wedding secret. Now this has, this is really official. It's come pretty much straight from the horse's mouth, so to speak, because Meghan revealed this hidden secret detail herself in the new documentary Queen of the World, which is filmed for ITV, and it is due to be released this Tuesday, which is the 25th at 9:15 p.m. in the UK, that's GMT. But I'm sure there will be clips absolutely everywhere about this. But in the little clip that was released to the media in the trailer, she's seen talking about the Commonwealth. In fact, the whole TV programme is about the Commonwealth. But Meghan was talking about how she paid tribute to the Commonwealth through her wedding dress. And of course, her tribute was in the big, long, gorgeous veil, because of course it honoured all the countries in the Commonwealth with with all those countries' national flower. She also revealed that she did also add the Californian poppy, which of course was dedication to where she is from, and of course the Californian poppy is dear to her heart. So all the Commonwealth national flowers and the Californian poppy. And she kind of revealed that Harry didn't know anything about this, but she did it because she knew that it would really please Harry and make Harry happy. The family also, the royals, didn't know anything about this little plan that she had going to include all the Commonwealth. And once they saw it, she says that they were obviously deeply touched and honoured that she had paid tribute to the Commonwealth in such a way. But she also revealed when she was looking at her veil for the first time, this is the first time that she's seen her dress since the May wedding, she revealed a little secret. Something was hidden in the dress, or rather in the veil. So something was sewn in. And what was sewn in was her something blue. But what is even more remarkable is that it's a little tiny piece of blue fabric. And the blue fabric came from the blue dress that she was wearing when she very, very first met Prince Harry on their first date, on their first meeting. So it was very significant and rather touching. I thought it was a really lovely detail, actually. I mean, let me know what you think in the comment section. But I thought it was a really, really lovely detail. Now, I'm going to turn to my computer because I want to see what you guys are saying, because, of course, this is a live chat. So I want to know what you're all saying. Let's have a little peek. I'm just going to pause myself there so I can see. Okay, we have quite a lot in the room already. I won't do any of the hellos because that'll just take up a load of time. But Margaret says, hello, you're looking very dapper. Thank you so, so much. Gail Beckford says, hello, Elliot. Hope to see the documentary here in the US. It's sure to be amazing. I'm sure you will find it somehow, if it's not broadcast on terrestrial TV anyway, or even cable or Sky. Arnold Sanders says it was a nice gesture to Harry. I think it was too. Vivian Williams says, good afternoon from Southern California. It's 1:22 here. It's 9:25 here in the UK. I just glanced at my clock. Marilyn says, hello Elliot. I just finished the weekly vlog and saw your live chat going. Well, thank you for making it all the way through my weekly vlog. If you haven't seen it already, people do go and check that out. I posted it before this video. Cheryl says, how are you? I read in the paper that England is going to have a brutal winter. Well, we had a really good summer, so make of that what you will. I mean, who knows what kind of weather we're going to get in the winter. We had a brutal winter last year. We had 2 really, really bad bouts of snow last year, so can it really top that? I don't know. Olivia says, she's a wonderful girl. Harry is lucky. I quite agree with that too. Elaine says, wish we could see it. That is the blue in the dress. I don't know whether she ever finds it, because she said that somewhere in the dress it's sewn in. But from what I gather, I don't know whether she did actually manage to find it on camera or not. Margaret says, I think that selling a piece of fabric from her dress was absolutely a charming gesture. Or rather, stitching it in, I think you mean. Yes, I do believe it was. Marilyn says, I thought the Something Blue was amazing. Cheryl thinks, how sweet. And also, a different Cheryl Harrison, is really excited when I do these live chats. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so that you know when I do just pop up. Lady Buckingham says, I wonder what the Canadian flower in the veil is. Oh, what's the Canadian national flower? Would it be the maple leaf? I think it would be the maple leaf, would it not? I know it's not a flower, it's a leaf, but would it not be the maple leaf? I don't know. Can someone Google it for me? Dion says, I hope we see the piece of blue fabric. I hope we do too, but I've got a feeling we probably won't. I don't even know if Meghan knows where it is sewn in. Marilyn says it will be broadcast on HBO in the US. Okay, well, there you go. Elaine says, a very romantic gesture. They both knew that on the very first night. Andrea says, hi Elliot, you look very cool in black. Thank you so much. It's my new hoodie I bought. It's in the weekly vlog. I keep forgetting that you probably haven't had a chance to see it already. Melody says, I love that we can get a better look at the artistry and craftsmanship that went into making the dress. I would quite agree. By the way, Rory's just joined me down below and he's playing with my pad. He's biting my string. Hello to Anna Maria in West Virginia. By the way, if I haven't said hello to you, please do excuse me, because obviously I can't do all the hellos. Margaret says, Meghan is so sentimental, I think it's absolutely lovely. I would quite agree there. She is a very sentimental person, but rather touching and definitely in a good way. Marilyn says, Meghan seems very sweet and sentimental. That's two sentimental comments. H.A. Bracken's laughing at Rory. Sweet Tony says, love me a fabulous hoodie. And Michael D says, I heard it will air on October the 1st on HBO for the US viewers. Well, there you go. Elaine says, I love all the seasons we have in England. I do too. I like seasonal weather. I don't think I'd like just one static kind of, season the whole time. Let me see. I think I did make notes on this. I don't think there's anything that I've kind of missed out. That is kind of all the details, really. I mean, until Tuesday, we aren't going to know all of what Meghan said. So, let's just... I kind of hope that they haven't released everything too early, because I kind of want to watch the documentary and, still have things that I'm excited to see at the time, rather than things that I know already. I don't know, call me old-fashioned, but that's kind of what I like. I like to be surprised. So, if there's nothing else on that, I think we'll move on. I think we will move... Oh, Marilyn just flew back from London, by the way. So I hope you had a really good time. Okay, let's move on to the second part of what I wanted to talk about, which was Who's at Balmoral. I do this every week, a Who's at Balmoral. Oh, you can probably see Molly in the background now, can't you? The cats have just come in from outside, so they're kind of all over the place, and they're being a little bit mad. So yes, who was at Balmoral this week? Well, of course, the Queen was there. She was there. And in the same car as her, not seated next to her. In fact, I couldn't see from the photographs that I saw who was seated next to her. I don't think it was a member of the royal family, but I'm not entirely... Oh, it could have been David Linley's wife, because David Linley, the Queen's nephew, which is Princess Margaret's son, was in the same car. But I couldn't see exactly. I couldn't see the face of who was sat next to the Queen. So I'm imagining it could have been David Linley's wife, maybe? That's what I'm thinking. So David Linley was in the car. That is, of course, the Earl of Snowdon, the new Earl of Snowdon, since his father passed away. So he was up there, probably with his wife and family, but like I said, I couldn't really see the face. I mean, maybe there is a different photo floating around, but I couldn't see the face. Also, Charles and Camilla are there. Of course, they have their own home, Burke Hall, which is only a little bit, probably about a mile on the estate away from the main Balmoral Castle, and they were there. So It looks like, you know, people are wondering where Camilla's been. I think she's probably been residing at Burke Hall or spending time with her family. So she was there as well in the car next to Charles, and she was wearing a stunning hat. I do love Camilla for her hats. I, people's opinions on Camilla kind of vary. You know, she's quite a polarising figure within the royal family. But I think anybody, you know, even people who don't like her, have got to admit she has really, really good hats. Look at Molly in the background. She has amazing hats, and she was wearing this kind of red hat with these really lovely two feathers. Oh, it made me want the feathered hat. It really, really did. And the Queen was wearing what can only be described as, I think, a magenta type colour, and she looked absolutely stunning and really healthy too. And she was also spotted the day before, Saturday. I think she was feeding a pony or feeding a horse some sugar lumps or something like that. So all is well. And also the Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Philip, was also spotted driving his Range Rover. So all is good, as they say, in the royal hood. There are no problems. And I think no news is good news on the Queen's Lady of the Bedchamber, because we haven't heard anything. So I think everything's okay there. She must be kind of on the mend. I can see the cat scamping around me. Oh, I'm going to carry on. Roll with the punches, as they say. This is live TV. Let me read a few comments. Sweet Serenity says, "Hi Molly." The cats are playing havoc in the background. Margaret says, "Does anyone know when we will be seeing Catherine again?" All I know is October. So I think her maternity is due to end very, very soon. I did think originally September, but no, it is indeed October. Karen says, "I like Camilla's hat choices too, most of them anyway." I like all of them. I was saying this before, I would love to have a really good rummage through Camilla's drawers and find out all of her hats in her wardrobe. I would love to have a good rummage. There's probably a few pieces that I would wear. Most definitely. I would love to have a little route through her wardrobe and see what there is. I'm sure there's a few fabulous pieces that I could wear. Sue Larson says, "Just saw some pictures today on Instagram of Catherine, William, George and Charlotte at a wedding over the weekend. George and Charlotte were in the wedding." They were, and I did make some notes just in case this was brought up, because I kind of thought that it would be. So, whose wedding was it? It was Catherine's friend, Sophie Carter. And who was she marrying? Well, I can tell you who she was marrying. She was marrying a man called Robert Snuggs. Now, I've not heard of him before, so I don't know too much about his background. So, Sophie Carter will be becoming Sophie Snuggs, apparently. The wedding was actually on Saturday, and Prince George is believed to have been a page boy who's wearing, like, baby blue trousers. And it looked like Charlotte was a flower girl. Bridesmaid or flower girl, I'm not entirely sure, but she was carrying a posy of flowers. I think probably Sophie may have had adult bridesmaids and obviously the children as flower girls. So I think she was a flower girl. And the outfits of George and Charlotte were by a designer called Amaya, spelled Amaia. There you go. I did a little bit of research for you just in case. And that's really all we know. I mean, I think the photos were exclusive to People magazine, actually, because they haven't really showed up anywhere else, unless, of course, they've been stolen by People. But I think they only feature in People magazine, in an article for People. Probably Sophie may have sold the rights to the wedding, which is why I think those photographs were exclusive to People, because the Daily Mail haven't published them. So there you go. I think it was an exclusive to People magazine. So if you go and do a search for that, I'm sure those photos will pop up. And there's just a little bit of info. Dawn, Lady Buckingham says, "Quick answer. Canada does not have an officially designated national flower. However, each of the 10 Canadian provinces has an official flower. These 10 provinces comprise the second largest country." Well, I don't know whether she may have had all 10 flowers in the dress. I don't know. Or she may have just gone for the maple leaf. I really don't know. Margaret says, "Harry is definitely married up." I think he's definitely done well. Let's put it that way. James Medford says, "Sorry, her hats are too big, especially when she's near the Queen." I love her big hats. That's one of the things I love about her hats, is the size of them. She has the hair to go with it, I have to say. Elaine says, "Camilla has nice style, understated elegance." Mama Mitzi says, lots of laughter. I'd love to see you rummage through Camilla's clothes. I would love to. I really would. Yvette Marshall's laughing, rummage through Camilla's drawers. I know drawers mean something else as well, but that's not what I meant. I meant her actual drawers full of clothes, I'll have you know. Mind out of the gutter. Thank you very much. Oh, my viewers. Grace says, Elliot, so glad to catch your live chat. Happy to hear of Prince Philip being out and about. Miss him being at events. I'm thankful he's in good health so he can enjoy his retirement. I quite agree. And I think he is making the most of it. Jerry says, I just tuned in. What was her Grace's secret? Well, Meghan's secret was the fact that she had... Okay, I'll summarise. Go back and watch the video for the full effect. But she had a piece of her dress, her blue dress, which she wore when she very first met Harry, sewn into her bridal veil. And that was her something blue for the wedding. And she revealed it herself. So it is true and accurate news. Charlotte says, Trinidad and Tobago's national flower is the... Oh, I'm going to say this wrong, aren't I? The Chiconia. Chiconia? Hope it was there. It most definitely will be somewhere. You'll probably have a hard job picking it out, but it'll be there somewhere. Margaret says, Dear Elliot, have you heard any news about Princess Alexandra? No. Was there anything to worry about? I haven't heard anything. The last time I heard she did an engagement not so long ago. Unless there's anything that's happened that I'm not aware of, nothing to worry about. Okay, so I think we've kind of covered all of the topics that I wanted to just quickly pop on and do a live chat about. Oh, hang on. Margaret says, I heard she was cutting back because of her arthritis. Well, I've not heard that, and I don't think I've seen evidence of her cutting back. But if she does, that kind of goes back to my point of, you know, the older senior members of the family, the Queen's cousins, when they do have to pull back on royal duties, there will be some slack. Maybe Beatrice and Eugenie could pick up that slack. If some of the other working royals, maybe they could as well. I mean, obviously there are... you know, there will be some causes going for Meghan to take up. But I think Meghan probably has her own ideas on which direction she wants to go. And I'd like to see her explore her own directions before she has to take on other people's, I'm going to say very tentatively, cast-offs. But you get what I mean. I think she should kind of have time to sort of set her own stall before she has to take on other people's. So I would like to see maybe Beatrice and Eugenie take on some of the more senior royals' roles when they can't do it anymore. Vinny Blair says, the maple is the national tree of Canada, so the maple leaf is regarded as our national symbol. There you go. I thought it could have been a maple leaf. I did say that, didn't I? Okay. I'm going to leave it here because it's... What time is it? It's 20 to 10 in the UK, and quite frankly, I worked really, really hard on my weekly vlog, so if you haven't gone to see it, please do. And I have to say, I kind of I stripped myself back. Not literally stripped naked or anything like that. No. Definitely not, no. I stripped myself back of my reserves, shall we say. I mean, you know, a while ago, there is no way I would have appeared on camera and shown you what I show you in this week's weekly vlog. Absolutely no way. I let down a lot of defences, I have to say. Maybe defences is a better word to say. Barriers. I let down some barriers. And yeah, you get to see it all. So do go and check out the weekly vlog. So I worked really hard on that all week, and obviously today with all the editing and putting it together. So I want to go now and have a cream cake, because I went to the shop and bought a cream cake. So that is what I am going to do. So if you've enjoyed this video, this live pop-up video, then please give me a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to share it on social media and hit that notification bell so that you know whenever I post a video or whenever I do one of these live surprise pop-up chats. So from me in Shropshire, good night.